Hey dudes, today I want to talk about creating and using groups in Pro Tools. So let's jump right into it and make today a quick video. All right, so first things first, we got to go down to this little tab all the way at the bottom. If I click on it like this, it'll open up your tracks view and your groups view. The second thing that I got to do is click the tracks I want to be in the group by holding Shift and clicking all the track names like that. Then I'm going to go to this little arrow that's pointing down and go New Group or Command G. And there we go. So currently in the group are the ones that I already have highlighted. There's nothing else available since there are no other tracks in the session. If you did not have the tracks highlighted here, you could simply just click them where they're available here, add them, move them over to the group, you're done. But they were already highlighted. They're already currently in the group. All I'm gonna do now at this point is call it like MX all or something like that, since this is all of the music. Hit OK. And now whenever this MX all is selected by left clicking it and showing this highlight across it like that, then your group is working and you're good to go. So why do we even want to use groups in the first place? Well, in this particular example, I'm using music and music stems. So let's say the composer and the director make music together, they're happy, everything's great, the balance of everything is fine. I don't want to change the ratio of bass to instrument or percussion to bass or anything like that. I just want to take everything and let's say lower the volume when dialogue starts happening or something like that. So a group becomes particularly useful because whatever automation I do on just one track, it automatically does it across the other tracks. So let's just jump into volume automating this and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so if I hold the Alt Option key and then I hit the minus key, it brings up my volume automation across all of my tracks because I was holding Alt. And you can see there is no volume automation happening right now. Everything is just totally leveled out. I got my group engaged. I have my track selected, so I can do Shift, Alt Option, and click on touch mode, for example, and that would apply touch mode automation to all of the tracks that I had selected. You could also just do it one at a time, but I just always like to show little tips along the way. And then all I need to do is bring up the output window button of any of these tracks, hit play. Now I'm going to click the fader. You see it's beginning volume automation. So I just ended up doing a straight fade out. I was just left clicking the fader with my mouse. I'm just still holding it down with this finger right here. As soon as I let go, then you can see that I'm in touch automation. So it goes back to its nominal resting place. But I made a nice, long, smooth fade out across 3 tracks. I didn't have to do this particular automation. I didn't have to fade out all the way, but it is proving the point that if you put multiple tracks into a group and then you apply any sort of automation, it will do that automation across all of the tracks. And again, this is a great way to work with things like stems or something where you're not trying to adjust each individual balance of each track. You're just trying to put something into a group and adjust everything all at once. Okay, so very quickly, I also want to show you that this works for plugins. So let's say that you wanted to do a low pass filter on all of these stems. So just to prove a point, I have 2 of these EQ windows open. And I'm just going to show you that if I am clicking and making dots like this, you see that it is doing it across all of the tracks. I'll move this down just a little bit and we can hit play here. So see, that's an extreme low pass filter. And then it'll rise up. back to normal, play for a couple seconds there, and then start to fade out. So you can use this sort of in any way that you need to, which is very cool. And it is a handy tool to do a bunch of things to a bunch of tracks at the same time. Okay, that's it. That's how you create and use groups in Pro Tools. Now, you can use this for pretty much anything that you want, but one thing that I do commonly is when I receive stems from the composer, remember, I'm not trying to remix that. The composer and the director are happy, everything's good. I'm just trying to get it in balance with the dialogue, the backgrounds, the effects, etc. So this is a great tool for me to put all of the stems in a group, do one move on one track, and because it's in the group, it applies it to the rest of the tracks. So very efficient, good tool for you guys to use. I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you use this in your future projects. Until the next one, later dudes.